You know, there's something about turning 60 that makes your body start talking more than your friends do. Every joint becomes a weather forecaster, especially your legs and knees. My name is Paul. I'm 65. And if you had met me 2 years ago, you'd have found me hobbling around the house, groaning every time I tried to get out of a chair or go down the stairs. I'd laugh it off, oh, it's just old age. But deep inside, I was scared. Scared that this pain in my knees and legs was my new normal. For years, I believed I was just paying the price for my past. I used to be a bricklayer, 35 years on the job. Lifting, climbing, crouching, sweating under the sun. I was proud of it. I built homes with my hands. But the same hands that laid blocks, and the same knees that carried all that weight, were now reminding me every day, we're tired. I couldn't stand for long. Walking short distances felt like a marathon. My evenings were spent rubbing hot ointments on my knees, hoping for relief. Some nights, I barely slept because my legs ached like someone was twisting them from the inside. I thought, maybe this is just how aging works. And to be honest, it often is. You see, as we age, the cartilage that cushions our knees starts to wear down. The fluid that helps our joints glide begins to dry up. The bones rub more, and the muscles around them weaken if we're not actively using them. Add past labor, injuries, or even long years of standing or squatting, and the pain starts to feel like a life sentence. But let me tell you something. It doesn't have to be. One quiet evening, after a particularly painful day, I sat down and typed into my phone, simple ways to reduce knee pain for seniors. And I found a video, just like the one you're watching now. The man on the screen was also a senior, and he said 2 words that caught my attention. Start small. He introduced 2 simple routines that changed his life. So I leaned in, took a mental note, and the next morning, I gave it a try. I sat in my favorite wooden chair. You know, the one that creaks when you sit too fast. That chair became my gym. I sat upright, feet flat on the floor, and slowly lifted my right leg straight out. Held it. Just for a few seconds. It shook a bit. Then I lowered it back down. Then I did the same with the left leg. 10 times each. I was surprised how much I felt it, not in a painful way, but in a something's working kind of way. I didn't sweat. I didn't pant. But I did feel a little burn in my thighs, which I later learned was my quadriceps waking up. Those thigh muscles. They're like bodyguards for your knees. If they're strong, your knees don't have to carry all the pressure alone. They support the joint, keep it aligned, and reduce grinding. I did it again the next morning. And the next. Now, here's where I almost gave up, around day 4. I woke up feeling tired. I told myself, I'll skip today. It's just one day. But I remembered something that man in the video said. Don't aim for perfect. Aim for consistent. So I got up, did it anyway. And that's how it became a part of me. Then came the second routine, and honestly, it felt more like pampering than exercise. Each evening, before bed, I'd soak my feet and lower legs in a basin of warm water. Just warm enough to feel like a soft hug. I added a little Epsom salt, just a spoonful. As I sat there, I slowly rotated my ankles. 10 times one way, then 10 the other. Simple. Yes. Effective? Absolutely. Warm water improves blood flow. It relaxes your muscles and helps draw inflammation out of the joints. The magnesium in Epsom salt soaks into your skin and calms the nerves and muscles. And those ankle circles. They don't just work the ankles. They also wake up the calves and the muscles behind your knees, gently stimulating circulation and keeping those joints from stiffening overnight. Sometimes, I'd listen to gospel music while soaking. Other nights, I'd just close my eyes and thank God for keeping me on my feet. Now, let me tell you about the moment I knew these routines were working. It was about 3 weeks in. I was walking to the kitchen one morning when I realized I hadn't groaned. You know the sound we make when standing up? That wasn't there. I climbed the 3 stairs at the back porch without thinking. And that night, I slept like a baby. No aches. No pulsing pain. Just rest. Over the next few weeks, I added a few more reps. Took slightly longer walks. Even went to the park and did my leg raises on a bench while watching the kids play. Now here's the thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physiotherapist. I'm just a man who got tired of living in pain, and decided to believe that healing could still happen, even at 65. And now, I'm not just living without pain, I'm living with freedom. I can walk to church without holding onto someone's arm. I can play catch with my grandson in the yard. And yes, I danced at my niece's wedding. Not a long dance, but enough to make everyone cheer. If you're listening to me now, and you're battling knee or leg pain, I want you to know this. You don't have to accept pain as your daily companion. Start small. Use your chair. Use your basin. Use your breath and a little faith. The body can heal. The joints can get stronger. And even if the pain doesn't disappear overnight, with consistency, it can shrink, fade, and stop ruling your life. All you need is the will to begin. And the courage to keep going. So from one senior to another, give these 2 routines a try. No gym. No stress. No fancy tools. Just you, your chair, your basin, and your hope. And if it worked for me, after 35 years of wear and tear, I believe it can work for you too.